Good afternoon. Just past high noon Eastern in New York. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco. As you saw, the market had some heavy gains this morning. As we speak, it's spitting a little bit back. Now the market's hovering around up 50 points, but the Dow seems to be stabilizing here after tariff fears last week. The Dow seems to me to be in good territory. Yesterday, Mario from the New York Stock Exchange was telling us that we might be in oversold territory. But I think you stay calm. Everything should be good. Trump's over in France. It's D-Day. And you may have noticed that I did my open today, not in front of the New York Stock Exchange, but in front of Federal Hall to celebrate and remember those great Americans who brought freedom to Europe on D-Day 75 years ago. And a little reminder from HQ, do not forget, if you didn't see Donald Trump's speech this morning, which even wowed the left-wing media, they said it was his best speech ever. It's the first time they've said anything nice about Trump in a while. At 2 p.m., tune into Newsmax TV for a special rebroadcast of the entire speech by Donald Trump. And he called Normandy Beach Freedom's Altar. Bitcoin at 7,600, touched 9,000 last week, just broke through 8,000. Could slumber a little bit more here. But it's still kind of hovering around that 8,000 number where I think you're safe. And as always, hovering like right around here somewhere is my co-host, my co-producer, the managing editor of Liquid Lunch TV, Frank Morano.
Thank you, John. I must say, I'm very honored to be part of a show where we get a feel for the financial markets by talking to a guy named Mario on Wall Street. We don't know Mario's last name.
That's the way we do it over here.
We don't know what his expertise is, but the Mario Index at least points to something being oversold. Sticking with the smoothies.
I'm sticking with
John.
the smoothie today. It worked out well yesterday.
Excellent.
I got a good night rest. Good. My complexion's a little better without the makeup girl here. I need a little antioxidants, a little acai.
You need a little more than that, I'd say.
Yeah,
but,
I would say you're right.
But you mentioned D-Day. That is, of course, our big story. Taking a look at all the stories that are happening around the world, around the country, and in your next. President Trump says the world owes an everlasting debt to the men who stormed the beaches of Normandy on D-Day 75 years ago today. Trump and other leaders spoke this morning at the Normandy American Cemetery, where more than 9,000 Americans are buried. Trump said their sacrifice was made for the survival of liberty.
Today we express our undying gratitude. When you were young, these men enlisted their lives in a great crusade.
The number of measles cases in the United States is topping 1,000. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar said the 1,000th case of measles is a troubling reminder of the importance of vaccinations. Azar said vaccines are a safe and effective way to prevent the spread of diseases such as measles. The current outbreak is the worst in nearly 3 decades. Bette Midler is thanking people who defended her after President Trump slammed the entertainer earlier this week. In a tweet Tuesday, Trump called the 73-year-old Midler a washed-up psycho and a sick scammer after she apologized for sharing a fake quote attributed to Trump in the 1990s. Midler tweeted on Wednesday that her defenders' wit and good nature really lifted her spirits. She went on, "As a newly washed-up psycho, I am very grateful for your thoughts and prayers." The Grammy, Tony, and Emmy award-winning actress and singer is a frequent critic of President Trump. And finally, Fiat Chrysler is hitting the brakes on a merger proposal with French car maker Renault. The company explained that political conditions in France are making it impossible for the two companies to merge. Fiat Chrysler says it's still convinced of the compelling transformational rationale for the merger. The sticking point for the French government was reportedly Renault's partnership with Nissan. France apparently wouldn't back the deal unless Nissan guaranteed that it would continue to partner with Renault.
Hey, great work, as always, Frank, spanning the globe on this stuff. But on the car issue there, I mean, how about all these car companies where you don't pronounce one letter in them go away? Like Fiat, Peugeot, Renault. Well, they don't sound American. How about we just have Ford, GM, Chevy?
Well, I don't think Renault is pretending to be American, but
I'm saying, but do we really need them? Let's tariff them.
There you go.
If you don't say all the letters in the name, we tariff them.
Yeah, I think you just saying that the market has taken quite a dip.
Well, that's what they do in other countries where capitalism does not ring free, like Venezuela.